They had to hide their love, not because it was forbidden, but because it could get them killed. This is the story of two people who fell in love in a country that was slowly falling apart. If you love deep emotional stories like this, don't forget to subscribe, because this one will stay with you. The kind of day that feels ordinary until it isn't. Maria sat by the window flipping through her notes. A university student, passionate about sociology, she believed deeply in justice, in change, in a better future. That's when Jorge walked in. A young journalist, curious, observant, the kind of man who noticed everything and wrote it down. Their eyes met only for a second, but somehow it lingered. A conversation started, then laughter, then something neither of them could quite explain. What Maria didn't know was that this simple moment would tie her life to his forever. Chile was changing. Under President Salvador Allende, the country was filled with hope and tension. Protests filled the streets, voices grew louder, and the future felt uncertain. But in the middle of it all, Maria and Jorge found each other. They walked through crowded rallies, talking about justice. They stayed up late, dreaming about a better world. And slowly, they fell in love. Not loudly, not recklessly, but deeply. And if you believe love like this still exists, take a second to subscribe. Still, something didn't feel safe, because outside their love, a storm was coming. September 1973. Everything changed. The military, led by Augusto Pinochet, took control in a violent coup. Gunfire echoed through the streets, fear spread overnight, and hope disappeared. People were taken, voices were silenced, truth became dangerous. Jorge was assigned to report on it, but this wasn't just another story, because the more he uncovered, the more dangerous his life became. Maria changed too. She could no longer just watch. Quietly, carefully, she joined the underground resistance. She carried messages, helped families searching for loved ones, moved in silence, always watching over her shoulder. And their love? It had to disappear. No more public walks, no more laughter in cafes, no more safety. They met in secret, spoke in whispers, loved each other like time was running out. Jorge kept writing, even when he knew the consequences. He documented disappearances, recorded stories no one else dared to tell, exposed truths that the regime wanted buried forever. Every word he wrote brought him closer to danger, and Maria knew it, but she never asked him to stop, because she understood some things are bigger than fear. Then one day, Jorge disappeared. No warning, no goodbye, just gone. Arrested, taken to one of the regime's most feared detention centers. For months, Maria heard nothing. No letters, no confirmation, no hope, only silence. If this story is already touching you, subscribe, because it only gets deeper from here. And a question that haunted her every single day: is he still alive? But Maria refused to give up. She searched, she asked questions she wasn't supposed to ask. She reached out to international human rights groups. She spoke his name, even when it was dangerous to do so, because forgetting him was not an option. Her love became her resistance. Then one day, after months of fear and uncertainty, Jorge was released. Alive, but changed. Freedom came with a condition. He had to leave Chile immediately. And Maria had a choice to make: stay or leave everything behind. She chose him. Scene 9. Exile. They fled to Argentina. Together, but not truly safe. The fear followed them. The memories stayed with them. The danger never fully disappeared. But for the first time in a long time, they could breathe. And they had each other again. Years passed, the world changed, but Maria and Jorge remained. Through fear, through exile, through history itself. Their love endured, not because it was easy, but because they refused to let it go. In a time when everything was taken from them, they held on to one thing: each other. Some love stories are written in letters. Theirs was written in courage, sacrifice, and survival. If stories like this move you, subscribe and stay with me for more unforgettable love stories.